That's a good question. Come on, let me answer it.
What's up, YouTubers? What's up, Eagle fans? My name is Joel, and I had to come on here to tell you something. I've been listening to a lot of talk radio in Philly, 97.5, WIP, and I can't believe we've all missed this story. The real story of what's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not that they're going to have a great defense. It's not that they are going to contend for a division, because that's what we always hear. Year after year, you hear the same thing. Eagles are going to contend for the division. Eagles got a chance. The famous favorite thing Philly fans like to say is what? Just let's get to the playoffs and then we have a chance. All we have to do is make it. All we have to do is make the playoffs. I'm here to tell you, I've been an Eagle fan my whole life. I'm 41 years old and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being sold down the river only to lose. Every sport we have. I think the story that everybody in Philadelphia is missing, all training camp, all season long, is that Carson Wentz is not wanted by Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson had to settle for him because he's not the GM and Howie has control. But he had no intentions whatsoever of going out there, bringing in this kid and playing him. He's trying to make him a third-string quarterback. How many top 10 quarterbacks drafted, franchise quarterbacks, start out as a third-string quarterback? Doesn't happen. You won't see it happen. Because any coach that gets their franchise quarterback a top 10 pick, forget what the Eagles traded for him. I mean, they gave up a lot of picks for Carson Wentz, only to bring him in, make him a third-string quarterback. Why? Does it make any sense? Because they think Bradford, a guy that's never had a winning season, is going to take them somewhere? Nah. Doug Peterson is stashing Wentz because he doesn't want him on the team. Let me give you the reasons why I think Doug Peterson doesn't and did not want Carson Wentz on this team. When the Eagles hired him, he went out and he got Bradford, who he said at his press conference he wanted to bring back. Chase Daniel as a backup. Paid him a lot of money to be a backup. They went out, they signed other guys that were veteran players. So there clearly was a agenda to build the team up for next year, to try to win something next year. Then the Eagles were able to get up to number 2 in the draft to get Carson Wentz. I believe at this point, Peterson wasn't too happy. Howie wanted him. Howie knew that he had to get a quarterback, even though he hasn't done a good job in the past with bringing in talent, drafting the right players. Howie has an idea how to build a team. He knows you need a franchise quarterback. So he goes out there, he gets Carson Wentz. Peterson isn't happy. So Peterson comes up with this idea that you got to redshirt him. He needs a whole year, 2 years to learn, then play. That way he buys time to win with Bradford. That's his plan. Before preseason starts, Doug Peterson comes out and says, Carson Wentz probably won't dress for a lot of games early on in the year. He ain't going to play, and we're going to redshirt him. So what he's saying to this kid, to the franchise quarterback, no matter how good you are, no matter what you show, it ain't good enough. Then, preseason, week 1, 3 plays Bradford makes, they take him out of the game. Why? Because he values him. He brings in Chase Daniel, gives him some work early. So he pulls him early. Why? Because he values him as a backup. Then he leaves Carson Wentz in with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Deep into the fourth quarter. Deep. Third string guys that may not even make the team, are blocking. How can that happen? That's like me owning a Lamborghini and letting people at the DMV take their driving test with it. You don't do it. He is way too valuable to be thrown out like that. He goes out, he hurts his ribs. Peterson, he already declaring this guy is going to be done most likely the whole preseason. Why? Why would he say that? Because he knows then nobody can say, why isn't Wentz number 2 on the depth chart in front of Daniel? Because clearly from what he showed just in that game, he's already better than Daniel. So then we have things like, oh, did Carson Wentz throw a practice today? No. Then he goes out and he throws a practice. These guys are on different pages. The quarterback, Carson Wentz, and Doug Peterson. So what's going to happen is Doug Peterson is going to make him the 3rd string quarterback. Bradford will get hurt, or Daniel. Or if they don't get hurt, they're going to lose a lot of games. I think they lose week 1 to Cleveland. I think they lose week 2. I think they lose, and that's at Chicago. Then they come home, they play Pittsburgh. Those are 3 losses right there. Then they go to Detroit. That's 4 losses. They may be 0-4. People stop coming. The crowd's going to start walking out by halftime, 3rd quarter like last year. The front office is going to go. They're going to say, we want Wentz. Put him in. Well, problem is he's been the 3rd string scout team quarterback. He hasn't been practicing like a quarterback that's going to play. So what happens? He goes out there and he gets killed. He gets hurt. He plays bad. Now they've ruined this kid's whole first season, maybe their career. This is why we got to stop this. We need this kid as least the number 2 quarterback. Don't fall for what the Eagles are selling, because they ain't winning 8 games. They ain't winning 9 games. They ain't competing for this division. Anybody that thinks so is crazy. I'm here to tell you that. I know it sucks, but it's the truth. Nobody believes me. My family don't believe me. My friends don't believe me. So I'm telling you, YouTube. Now I'll be on tomorrow. I'll be watching the Eagles game live. And I'll tell you what I think. We can watch Sammy Sleeves, Bum Daniels, and let's go. Go Birds!